Hold on, let me go grab my hard drive so I can have the background and stuff show up. But we're good to go. Give me 1 second to grab that. All right. We are down to our last major grind that isn't the shiny grind. But this is going to be probably one of the more longer grinds for EXP farming due to it being Pupitar and Tyranitar. Yeah, I'll send you that 1K, don't you worry. I'll send it to you in increments of payments of a single penny for the next 1,000 years. You won't even get the full amount even then. But I'll do it. It would actually take 100,000 years for you to get the full amount. Alright. I've been listening to a lot of Bomberman music, and I forgot how great Bomberman music is. Like, it's really fucking good. It has no right being as good as it is for some of the songs. Like, I'm not even just talking about Heroes soundtrack. I'm talking about like a lot of, just literally a lot of the games, even the Super Nintendo ones. Like I said, I posted that one. That's too much for me. Sorry, penny only. And PayPal will be taking a fee from that penny, so you'll probably be losing that penny at the same time. So something I did off stream, I went ahead and already caught the other legendaries in silver, so I went ahead and got Ho-Ho and the 3 dogs, and I transferred them over to this game, so they are already transferred. Where's Viper, bro? We don't need him. Get this fucking guy out of here. Well, actually, no, we do need him because of the experience share. So pretty much that. So that's done. We have no reason now to go back to silver. Yeah, Bomberman has great music. By 1 is a lot, apparently. Man, this guy's fucking stupid. It's grown a lot by 1. I've never been a fan of Bomberman's gameplay. I think it's kind of boring. Even Hero, it's probably the one I liked a lot, and even I was like, eh. But yeah, here they are. There's these 3 are from, well, these 4 are from silver. Well, that's where you lost me again. You said Toby Fox added it, so you're telling me that Toby Fox added a bad game into his already bad game. Got it. All right, cool. Play a better game like Nofinia, please. Nofinia does everything that Undertale does, but like 10 times better. And it doesn't have stupid ass jokes that Undertale does. So, just saying. Also, Gold is better than Deltarune. All of them. Pokemon Gold is the best game to ever exist, and it does not have a level curve problem. It is just you problem. But no, the only Pokemon games I like, not Pokemon games, the only Bomberman games I liked that I did play a lot of. I did play the Bomberman Girl arcade game, and that one was fucking trash, but I think it's just hilarious that it even exists. But I played Hero and I played Second Attack, and I actually thought Second Attack was really, really good. I remember owning Second Attack on an actual physical cart. I actually had it in box and everything, and I fucking dread that I did this. So I bought it in box, but it was missing the manual. And so because it was missing the manual, I was like, well, fuck, nobody's gonna buy this shit. Like, nobody's gonna pay the price that it's actually worth. So I'm just gonna undersell it. So I ended up underselling the manual. Well, I ended up underselling the game with a box with no manual for $250. I didn't realize that I easily could have got $800 to $900 for it without the manual. And all I had to do was buy a manual for $150, and it would have literally been upwards of $1,000 to almost $1,200. And now the game, I think, is like $2,000 if you want it in box. That is not Nophinia. That is just Deltarune, buddy. You literally just described Deltarune. Congrats, you played yourself. Just buy a manual. Well, at the time, I was a broke, like, just out of high school kid. I didn't have money to go spend on a $150 manual. Like, to me, that sounded fucking stupid. The only reason why I got Second Attack is that I sold all my loose 64 games, so that was the one I could afford. But that's when I was collecting physical. I'm dumb. I was supposed to... Oh, no, we do have Larvitar. I was like, I'm supposed to get Larvitar out, but I already did. No, I'm talking $150, buddy. It was $150 for a manual. And now it's probably like double that now if you just want the manual. Second Attack, though, is really good. I remember really, really liking it. Alright, well, Elite Four grind time. This is the last major EXP grind we have to do, and then we're finally set free. And then we'll play Crystal eventually. I'll probably take like a week break, but we'll play Crystal eventually. And then luckily for us in Crystal, we don't have to catch everything, so it's gonna be a pretty just like get to the end kind of ride. However, one issue with Crystal that I do kind of find funny. So Crystal actually lacks a lot of Gen 2 mons that Gold and Silver do. So there's actually less Gen 2 mons in Crystal to use. And I remember always hearing, they're like, oh, there's not a lot of Gen 2 mons. Like, there's not, like, a lot. So you pretty much are limited on what you can use. And I learned from Gold and Silver that you pretty much can get every single Gen 2 mon except for Houndour, the Houndour line, Sneasel, Murkrow, and then Larvitar. But everyone else you can pretty much get. But then I realized, I was like, oh, the problem is they're playing Crystal, and Crystal, literally, you can't even use an Ampharos. You can't get one. So I was like, yeah, the issue is they're playing Crystal. So that's why they don't have access to a lot of Pokemon. I think Ampharos is just not in the game for you to get. Like, you have to trade one over. So it's really, really stupid, to be honest. Like, that's my problem, I would say, until Emerald came out. A lot of the third games kind of end up being worse. Like, Crystal does have the cool, like, animated sprites. I think that's cool. And then you can play as a girl, which is nice. But besides that, dude, Crystal really is just such a downgrade compared to... Gold and Silver, in my opinion. Even the Suicune lore thing they added is not even that interesting. But maybe my opinion will change, you know. Maybe we'll get to Crystal and I'll actually be like, oh, it's so much better. But it's like all the complaints I hear about Gold and Silver, it's literally just Crystal that's the problem. Gold and Silver doesn't really have those issues besides the level curve. Both Crystal and Gold and Silver have that level curve. But that's literally it. Like, all the other issues I don't see in Gold and Silver. Also, I learned in Gold and Silver, there's no limit on how much EVs you can gain for a Pokemon. Well, there is a limit, but it's so high that you would never really reach it in a normal playthrough. But it's like 65,000 or something like that. While in like later games, they do cap how much EVs you can gain. In Gold and Silver, they do not cap that. You can literally just keep getting so much EVs that you become pretty much unstoppable. Pokemon Fent White version, yeah, it's definitely a real game. I'm gonna have to ask if it, is that actually a real game there, buddy? I've never heard of that one. Yeah, it's the final real grind. We'll probably do the shiny hunting stream tomorrow, by the way. I'll set up for it and everything today once we're done with this. Either the shiny stream will go very quickly and we'll get a shiny Charmander and then we get him to a Charizard pretty quickly, or it's gonna go so slow and we're gonna get nothing and then we gotta do it again the next day and then we're gonna get nothing and we gotta do it again the next day, and then it's pretty much gonna be a week of me doing it, and then we'll finally have to just play Crystal eventually. I am debating though, so there's a part of me that wants to do the shiny hunt on stream, because what we'll probably just end up doing is watching videos while we do it. Like, I'll just have you guys submit videos and we'll watch whatever. I do think that I'm gonna end up watching the EDP documentary because it does come out tomorrow, so I think we'll probably watch that while we shiny hunt. My other option was that I was gonna wait till I played Crystal and shiny hunt on my other game, like on my other 3DS, while playing Crystal, but I don't know how much I'll be able to do both at the same time and not like talk and stuff and like I'm not even able to talk right now. I'm only playing one fucking game. Like, I don't know how much I'll be able to focus on both games at the same time and talk. Like, while you're not doing much when you like shiny hunt with breeding, you still have to kind of focus. You kind of have to like keep an eye out if there's eggs, and you gotta have to move everybody. So I don't know. If we do end up like actually just playing it on stream, like where you can see it, and I'm not playing something else, we'll just watch videos. I think that's what we'll end up doing. Because like I said, the EDP documentary comes out tomorrow, if I'm correct, and I want to watch it. And I'm literally gonna wait to watch it on stream with you guys. So we have 6, I think, rare candies. So we only need to get Tyranitar. Well, we only need to get Pupitar to like level 45. Oh, we still have to glitch in Celebi. That's another thing we're gonna have to end up doing, and I have to figure out how we gotta do that. We do have to glitch in a Celebi. While we do get Celebi legit in Crystal, we still need to glitch him in. Also, I learned... oh wait, a Fiona doesn't evolve. I was gonna say that I learned that you could get a Fiona through Pokemon Ranch. So I was thinking for a second I wouldn't have to actually play Pokemon Ranger for a Manaphy. But I forgot, Manaphy does not... So Fiona does not evolve into Manaphy. It just comes from breeding a Manaphy. So, it's not the same thing. But yeah, apparently you get Fiona and you also get Mew through Pokemon Ranch, which I actually bought a whole ass DS Lite for, just so I can actually connect to Pokemon Ranch. Because apparently I learned, thank God I learned like quickly. 3DSs cannot connect to Pokemon Ranch. It just does not work. But DS Lites and stuff can. I still need to buy Pokemon Pearl though. That's the only game for Gen 4 I'm missing. I have all the other games, but I'm still missing Pearl. The only two games that I know for sure I'm missing right now for Pokemon wise is Pokemon Pearl and then Pokemon Black 2. Switch ones though, I think I'm only missing one, and it's literally no, I think I'm missing two. I think I'm missing Violet, and then I'm missing Shield. Fiona is the funniest Pokemon. It's not even considered a mythical or legendary. I thought it was considered a mythical, but I guess not. I don't know what it is either, to be real with you. Honestly, I think the whole idea is mythicals are just stupid. I always just call them legendaries. It's the same shit to me. And I also always think Rotom's a legendary. I know he's not, but to me, Rotom will always be a legendary. Because you have to remember, when he first was shown, he appears in a TV randomly, and it seems like he's a legendary. Like the whole process of getting him is like trying to get like a legendary. But nowadays, I could see why he wouldn't be seen as that, because you can just find him in the wild. And he's also on your phone. So, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. You can keep getting unlimited amount of them. Like, there's nothing stopping you from continuously breeding it. What are we at? Oh, he has an item. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I gave him the item. I forgot. I'm the one who gave him the item. Volcarona genuinely does feel like a legendary. It feels like a very much a legendary bug Pokemon. I want to use the Volcarona in Black and White, but I also at the same time, I've always used Volcarona. So it's kind of like one of those things where like I don't think I want to keep using Pokemon that I've always used on my own time for stream teams, but at the end of the day, it's Volcarona, bro. Like, why would I not want to use the Volcarona? The only problem is he takes fucking forever to get good. Also, I was thinking about this. So one of the biggest complaints people have with Larvitar is that you can't get him until post-game. However, in Crystal, you can actually buy him in the Celadon game cord. It's still post-game, but you can actually buy him before going to Mount Silver. But people complain about that, where they're like, oh, like, I can't use Tyranitar for the Elite Four. Like, I can only use him in post-game, blah, blah, blah. Like, I pretty much have to use him at the end of the game. I thought about it, and I was like, if your issue is that you have to use Tyranitar at the end of the game, you still would have to use Tyranitar at the end of the game if you even caught him in the earliest route possible of Johto. Because he evolves at level 51. You would still be using a Tyranitar at the very end of the game regardless. Like, again, if your issue is that you can't fight the Elite Four, then that's a little different. Then you could fight the Elite Four, but also at the same time, you're coming into this match pretty over-leveled if that's the case. The only one you would be, like, not be over-leveled for would be Lance. I don't know if that would be a hot take, because I personally, like I said, I've never played Gen 7 to post-game. And the only post-game I ever really, like, played a lot of was Gold and Silver, but it was Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I know Gen 3 has the Battle Towers and stuff, but, like, I don't care about the Battle Frontier. I'll be real, like, the Battle Frontier never was something that interested me. We'll end up doing it, because we have to. We'll try to, like, do what we can with it and all that shit, but it's super difficult. But post-game wise, there's never been a lot of Pokemon games that I actually played a lot of post-game for. Like, I kind of, after I beat it, I would go get the legendaries, and that's kind of where I would always stop. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, I already have the legendaries, so Oh, I'm stupid. I was like, wait, why am I switching? It's because I need to switch over to Grimbiz. I never like the ultra wormholes sound cool as fuck to me, and I also like the wormholes in what is the game? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I liked going after legendaries with the wormholes and stuff. I thought that shit was cool. The one of the post games that I'm very excited for is I think it's in Black and White 2. But you can refight pretty much every single gym leader that exists in all the games, and it's like a whole tournament. And I think that's what I'm like mostly looking forward to. I know in Heart Gold and Soul Silver you can also refight all the gym trainers. Like there's a whole place you can go to fight them at. Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow while we also bake cookies and talk about our feelings. Emiko, you know already we have to get through all the Metal Gear Solid games, and there's over 20 of them. We're even counting the Chinese knockoffs. Yeah, I fucking love hiding my feelings. Lance's Gyarados will always pretty much go for Rain Dance against a fire type. So it pretty much sets up easy for a Thunder. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, this is gonna be the the longest grind, I would say, for the Elite Four that we have to do. Because once we get this guy to Tyranitar, then we have to pretty much redo it with Pupitar, and he evolves, I think, at like 32 or something. You know, there's people that still say that Gen 1 is like the hardest Pokemon game possible, even though, you know, I'm going to give Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon some love here. People who say Gen 1 is the hardest Pokemon game to ever exist are getting tedious and bad mechanics confused with difficulty, when literally Ultra Necrozma exists, who is literally a fucking god Pokemon that pretty much takes a full team of 6 to take out. And they want to really sit there and go, yeah, Gen 1's so much harder. I'm giving some support to Gen 8. Well, no, Gen 7. Because anything in Gen 7, even from what I remember playing, all the totem battles, dude, those are all harder than anything you're going to go against in Gen 1. The only reason why Gen 1 is seen as difficult, and I said this too in the video, is because it has horrible mechanics that half the time don't fucking work. Yeah, like I literally remember I commented this on X because someone was saying like, oh, Gen 1's so difficult. Like the newer games are so easy because you can get everyone fully like maxed out, which you can. I'm not saying that the newer games don't do shit like that. They do. But people act like Ultra Necrozma is just like not a fucking thing, when literally it takes a full team of 6 to beat him, and you gotta make sure you have your shit together or you cheese the fight. You can also cheese the fight really bad, I guess, if you want, with, like, Endeavor. Like, there's so many things that are way harder in the Pokemon series than anything in Gen 1. Like, I think Cynthia in Gen 4 is 10 times harder than Lance in Gen 1. And that's mostly due to almost every time I fought Lance, he throws the battle because he uses Barrier non-stop. Because it's super effective on whatever I have out. And then he dies because that's all he did. And people really want to sit there and go, oh, it's so difficult. Gen 1's so hard. It's like, no, dude. You get trainers out the ass who over-level you. And even if you're not over-leveled, pretty much it doesn't mean anything. Because every Gen 1 Pokemon, except for the major few that everyone uses, they all fucking suck. Like, Nidoking is great if he has Earthquake, which is the intended thing for TMs. TMs are supposed to make your Pokemon good. They're supposed to be rare. They're supposed to be hard to find. And that's why they're one-time use. But without TMs, even things like Nidoking are just worthless. So it's like the level things mean nothing. That's why I was able to beat Lance with a Pikachu, and I was also underleveled. And I was also underleveled in Red and both Blue, and I still beat the Elite Four. It's because literally the Elite Four is not hard. The Gen 1 is not a hard game. The only trainer I would even argue that could be hard is Sabrina, due to her having Alakazam, and Alakazam is one of the more broken Gen 1 mons. But Gen 1 is not a hard game, and I don't understand the argument that people want to push that it's the hardest in the series. And it's like, no, dude, what you're getting confused is tedium over actual difficulty. Like, my moves not working, my moves randomly missing, having the chance to miss, status effects being genuinely borderline broken. It's not difficult that it's like that. It's just not designed well. Yeah, it's insane how much Gold and Silver's Red fight gets talked about as if it's this grand battle that's so difficult, which I guess is one of the harder fights in the game because he's such a high level. But, like, his team sucks. Red's team is awful. He has 2 good Pokemon, which is literally just Espeon and Snorlax. Charizard doesn't do shit. Venusaur's decent. Blastoise is whatever. You can just take him out with a Thunder type attack, Electro type attack. Like, Typhlosion and Charizard, by the way, have the same exact stat pool. They're the exact same. Just the only difference is Typhlosion's a mono fire type. Which, funny enough, he learns Thunder Punch, so he can literally hit Charizard for super effective damage if you wanted. But yeah, nobody talks about the Red fight. Nobody talks about the Rainbow Rocket fights. No one talks about any of that shit. Like, I would argue that Gen 7, to me, while yes, you have more options and things work better, I do feel like a lot of those fights are a lot harder than anything in Gen 1. It's just people think about the experience share, how it over levels you. And they're like, okay, yeah, the game's so easy because I'm so over leveled. And it's like, yeah, you're probably going to be over leveled due to that. And I wish you could turn it off. I agree. I wish you could turn it off. But there are fights that are hard in those games, whether you're over leveled or not. And I don't want to hear the bullshit that they're not hard compared to Gen 1. Because you can literally beat almost any fight in Gen 1 being underleveled. And it's not even a challenge. It is just, did you have good RNG sometimes? And that's how you win. Have I considered doing a YouTube video essay? Nah, dude, I hate that shit. If you ever caught me doing a 2-hour-long Gen 1 video, I genuinely would just off myself. I would never do a video essay. By the way, check out my Nophinia video, guys. It's really cool. Alright, Larvitar is close to evolving. But we still have to get him to Tyranitar, so technically he's close to a second evolution, but we don't need a second evolution right now. We need Tyranitar. Oh. I was gonna go fight Red, but I just thought about it. I would have to use Flash to get through that shit, or pull up a map, and I don't really want to do that. But you can fight Red every time. You beat the Elite Four, you can go fight them. I just thought about how annoying it would be to get over to him. Yeah, the fact Red is in Gen 7, I think Blue's also in there too. And then you fight all the evil teams with Rambo Rocket. Like, I think that shit is so cool. And, like, nobody talks about it. But yeah, I think out of the 3DS games, I'm excited for Sun and Moon, like, a lot. Like, it's weird. Like I said, I remember playing Sun and Moon when it came out, and I was just not impressed. I was like, whatever, dude. It's like Pokemon, blah, blah. And then I just kind of dropped it. I got Sharpedo as a rideable Pokemon, and then I was just like, I don't care anymore. And then I dropped it, and I never touched it again. But I'm actually, like, been really excited to play Sun and Moon. The only thing I know about Sun and Moon, though, that does really suck is that a lot of the new Pokemon in Sun and Moon are super, super fucking slow. Like, they are so slow, and it's insane how slow they can be. Like, I remember there was a chart that, like, averaged out, like, every speed for all the Pokemon in the game, and Gen 7's speed is so fucking low, dude. It's so bad. That's the only thing I think that I don't like about Gen 7. Cool fact, in Scarlet and Violet, not Scarlet and Violet, in Sword and Shield, I was actually one of the first 3 people to get a shiny of Toxapex's first evolution. Our old mod Storm, and another random guy on Twitter were the first 3 to get that Pokemon as a shiny in Sword and Shield. Nobody else at that point had it. So technically, I am connected to Toxapex in some way of me being one of the few 3 to get that as a shiny. Because it was, like, we literally got it in a raid battle around the time, like, the game just came out. And I remember looking up on YouTube, constantly trying to find if someone else found it first, and nobody did at that point. I also remember Storm's game deleted itself or something, so he ended up losing the shiny and had to get, like, someone to remake it for him. But yeah, I remember also finding, we found the guy's Twitter post too talking about it. And then I have a reaction video to it on my YouTube, and it actually did pretty well. It for a while was one of my most viewed videos, and it was just people in the comments arguing with me if it was full odds or not, because I don't know if we knew if it was full odds or not, which at the end of the day, dude, I don't give a shit if it's full odds or not. To me, it felt like full odds, but I think there was like a thing with raids that made it where it wasn't. But nobody's ever like came out of their way to correct me now, so I don't know. Because at the time, it was just a lot of people going, we don't know if it's full odds or not. I do know that there was a way to get shinies easier, and it was by killing 40 Pokemon of that certain type. And then after you did that, you actually increased your shiny chances for that Pokemon in particular. But you had to kill 40 of them. I don't think you had to do it like in a row. You just had to have it where at some point you killed 40 of them. It's 1 out of 300. Oh, well. Yeah, that's the problem. Is a lot of shiny hunters, they don't really tell you. Like, they don't show proof. They're just like, yo, it's this. And you kind of have to just take them for their word sometimes, because it's just like, they do it, so it's like they should obviously know more than I would. But, you know, sometimes they can be wrong. Bam, 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 bam. Well, then 1 out of 300 is full odds for raids, then. That's a full odds raid. Also, I bought my first pink jacket, and it's to a game I don't even play, but I really like the style of it. and I was like, I really want, like, my thought process was I want something pink so I can actually have color, because I don't know if you know this, but pretty much all my clothes are all black and white. Like, I don't think I really have a single colored thing besides my other bomber jacket, which I can't even wear because it's fucking hot right now. But I bought a windbreaker because it's a little bit easier to wear those inside and stuff because they're not as hot. But let me show it to you. This is what I got. Hold on, let me show it to you. It's to some gacha game, but I like the style so much that I was like, I'm gonna buy this. They have another bomber jacket to another gacha game, but this one I actually did play, which was Honkai Star Rail. And I was like, I kind of want to get this one as well, but I'm going to end up waiting on getting that one. Because they don't really... Like, I want it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think I need it. Because I already have a bomber jacket that I think is really cool. But yeah, here, let me show it to you. But yeah, my thought process was, I need something that has some color to it. And I was like, this could have some color to it, you know? Hold on, I have to forward the email to my main account, apparently. Because I don't have my other login info on here. But yeah, let me show it. I don't know if Nor's probably going to be the only one who's going to know it. Because he seems to know names of gacha games, whether he plays them or not. But it's from Grand Archive. I don't know shit about Grand Archive. But here's the picture. But yeah, I don't know. I fuck with it. I was like, I really kind of fuck with this a lot. Even if it is like a pink jacket, I was like, I fuck with it. I think it would look pretty decent with a lot of the shit that I have. But yeah. You had to go... oh, hold on. You had to be there from actually getting a shiny... See, I don't even know what that Pokemon is. Zaxian. That's how you know I just don't know enough about the newer ones. I literally know like nothing about newer Pokemon, pretty much. That like unless it's like a very like overhyped one that everyone talks about, I probably won't even know what it is. Well, it's a gacha game. It's by the same people that did, I think, Honkai Star Rail. To me, every fucking company did Honkai Star Rail, it seems. But no, like I said, I like the design here. I fuck with the arm thing. I like the back of it. I think it looks really good. But there's another one that they sell that I do probably end up wanting to get. But like I said, I'm going to end up probably waiting. I did play Honkai Star Rail, but my problem was... So this is my issue with gacha games, and I do this every time. I will see a character I want. If I do not get that character, I will legit stop playing. And I've done this every time. And I remember in Honkai Star Rail, they had Silver Wolf. And I did not get her. And so I went, alright, I'm done. And I never touched that game again. That is my biggest problem, because then I go, okay, well, I miss this character now that I probably won't see for a while, so why am I going to play this anymore? And then I never touch it. That is my biggest problem when it comes to gacha games. I've always done that. Oh, okay. That's right. I know which one that is. All right, we're not going to add Larvitar to the list yet. I mean, Pupitar, because we're going to get him to a Tyranitar anyways. So right now we technically don't have a Pupitar because we're going to end up getting rid of him anyways. See, I don't even remember the legendary dogs from Sword and Shield. I barely remember what they look like. I mean, I know what they look like, but I don't even remember their names. Sword and Shield was another one that I played and I never beat, and I just did not care for. I liked Fat Pikachu. Gigantamax Pikachu was cool as shit, and that was kind of it. But I do think the only thing that looked like shit in Sword and Shield was the wild area. The wild area looks fucking bad. But I do think a lot of the other areas in the game actually look really, really good. And I've always thought that. I'm not like trying to switch up and be different or whatever. I've always thought that the wild area looked terrible, but everywhere else actually looked really good. But yeah, man, a lot of Pokemon in that game I just don't remember. And I don't know, it just did not stick with me. Team Yell was stupid. I didn't care about them. It did not stick with me to want to keep playing the game. But what's kind of funny is that I think that Sword and Shield has some of my favorite Pokemon for modern ones. Like, I think it has genuinely some of my favorite Pokédex, like, for the modern games. Which I guess I count modern from Scarlet and Violet to Sword and Shield. So between Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, I think it has a way better dex. Like, when I think of Gen 7, the only one I can really think of is Glycopod. When I think of Gen 8, though, I can think of all the fossils, all the Regis, all the new forms for the Kanto birds. I can think of Dragapult. Like, a lot of good fucking looking Mons in Scarlet and Violet. Even the legendaries, I think, look really cool. Like, the box ones. I'll be honest, though, I think for Scarlet and Violet, I think the most forgettable Pokemon in those games are the huntable legendaries. I think they're so forgettable. Chi-Yu is, like, the only one that I kind of really like. But the rest of them, like, they're so forgettable, dude. The snail one, I don't even remember at the time. That weird, like ox-looking one or whatever, that one is just so fucking forgettable. I have not met a single person who says they like that Pokemon. And then the weird saber-toothed meerkat-looking thing, besides it being super, super strong, that one's also super forgettable for me. The only thing it has going for it is that it's really, really good competitively. I didn't mean to switch to you. Of course. It wouldn't be a CQ stream if I didn't hit myself with confusion. Wow, yeah, this is just what it be sometimes with confusion. The otter? I'm trying to think of who that would be. What otter legendary in Scarlet and Violet? It's probably one of the DLC ones. It's probably why I don't know it. The flame goldfish I do know, which is Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu's like the only one I like. But the otter one I think is probably from like the DLC and I just wouldn't know it. Yeah, the DLC Pokemon, like for legendary wise, I don't really remember. I know there's those ugly ass like green bear one and the other ones. Those ones are fucking disgusting to look at. And like the big headed like white animal looking one that rides on the horse, that one's also stupid. I know those are Scarlet and Violet though, but yeah. No, I'm starting to think Emiko is right. Maybe Skarmory is not that good. Because I just watched my Skarmory barely able to do anything to a Venomoth. And Venomoth is like one of the easiest things to go against. Granted, I was confused and there's nothing I can do about that. But like, I don't think a Skarmory should be struggling against a Venomoth. But what do I know? But yeah, maybe Skarmory not being at this powerhouse people want to make it out to seem or whatever. Oh, yeah, no, those are the new legendaries, like the 3 tree or whatever, they're all fucking bad. Hold on, wait, hold on, let me make sure which one we're talking about. I think, which one is this one to make sure? Oh, no, this one? Oh, dude, I love this guy. Yeah, you're fucking stupid. I thought this was the green dog guy you were talking about. The loyal 3 are ugly. Like, the blue monkey guy, that does not look like a Pokemon, bro. That just looks like a random Dragon Quest enemy. But, like, this one... No, dude. This one is so cute. I love this guy so much. I actually hate that he wears a mask because it makes it where you can't see him. But I love that guy so much, dude. You are on some other shit if you think he looks bad. Bro smoking on that crack or something, saying that shit looks bad. I believe that he knew I was going to switch. There's no way that he predicted me switching there. Because any normal person would have just kept using Earthquake. I doubt they would have assumed I would have switched. And I bet you if I didn't, he would have used Earthquake. Industry plant Pokemon. You act like pretty much almost every Pokemon is designed to be an industry, like not. You act like there's Pokemon not designed to be industry plants. They're pretty much all designed to be marketable. It's rare to see a Pokemon that wouldn't be designed to be a marketable, you know, creature. I mean, the mask just look like mask, dude. I don't know. Maybe because I just love Majora's Mask so much, to me, like, anything with a mask is cool. Like, I love the idea of things that wear masks. I love that shit so much. It's so interesting to me. And I literally think it is just because of Majora's Mask and all the masks you can have in that game. Because I cannot think of any other reason why I would be in love with, like, mask stuff like that if it wasn't for that game. Yeah, Mystic Water with a boosted Rain Dance Surf, that should definitely one-shot. Bam 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 bam. But yeah, also we'll be going to San Japan on the 5th. I'll be going just for Saturday only. I'll probably end up streaming like I kind of did a little bit last time, but I think I'll stream more this time. Because I kind of only was doing it for a little bit, like here and there last time. But I'm only going to be going for Saturday. I thought about getting a 2-day pass because I didn't want the 3-day pass because I was already like, I'm not going to go Friday because I work Friday. Oh my god, dude. Of course I'm missing my fucking attacks and I'm confused. And then I'm going to hit myself. I'm actually surprised I didn't. But yeah, I was going to go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But then I was like, no, I work Friday. So I was like, there's no real point for me to do Friday. And then Saturday... I asked off for work, so I won't be working that day. But it means that I can, what I'll probably end up doing is getting off work on Saturday morning, going home, sleeping, and then we'll be going to San Japan. Well, good for you, buddy. And then we're going to be looking for Japanese games and stuff at San Japan. And if I can find another Hello Kitty Dreamcast there that's not a very insane price and it comes in box and whatever, I probably will pick it up. I'm willing to spend at least like 1K there if I really want. But I also could just wait and hope that I find one in Japan for cheaper, you know? Because I know for a fact I would find one cheaper in Japan if I do find one. But it's the idea of will I even find one, you know? But I know last time I was there, like I said, I did see one last time. But I do want to buy some stuff while I'm there, and then for sure after that, I'm pretty much gonna be like hardcore saving my shit for Japan. Even though technically I already have enough saved, but I want to keep saving more. Like, I want to be able to go to Japan and just be like, if I want this, I'm buying this. And not have to, like, worry about anything. Where, like, if I come back, I won't be worried about money or whatever. It's gonna take fucking forever to get a Tyranitar, dude. And then we have to do this all over for Pupitar, but at least Pupitar evolves at 30, so it's not too bad. And we already have, and that's pretty much like 10 levels. And with the daycare one, he should have at least maybe 1 to 2 levels by the time we're done. But we need to get him to level 45, and then we can evolve him from there. How many rare candies do I have again? Yeah, it's better that we use the rare candies later. Oh, 7? Okay, then we can get him to... So, 51, so 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. So, 44 then, so it's a little bit easier. The reason why you don't use the rare candies now, though, is because when you get to later levels, you have to take more EXP to grind up to it. So it's better to use it later than it is to use now. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to do this, though, but we're going to have to end up doing this for a bit. I love that I know he'll always use Rain Dance. It's nice, because it just sets up for a free kill. Actually, I think a Surf boosted... No, because it's a resist. I was going to say boosted Surf with the Rain Dance. But no, he resists that shit. We're getting somewhat closer. We only need 10 more levels and then we'll have Tyranitar. Yeah, out of my whole team, I only think the 2 usable ones were CQ and Grimbus. Other than that, nobody else was really all that usable. It's insane how much I barely miss Zap Cannon when that's like a 50%, almost read 500. When that's like a 50% accurate move, but then I miss Thunder more, and that's like at least in 70 or 80. Yeah, I found them in Japan, like through Bai for like 400 for all of that. But the guy that I saw last year, he was selling one for like 600. But it wasn't even in box. It was just a Dreamcast with no other like peripherals. Like I've seen ones on Bai that came with the box, keyboard, and everything for only like 400. Probably want to actually revive CQ. I'm not going to go all the way to the warehouse to pick it up. At that point, if I'm in Japan, I can probably try to go find it myself and just buy it cheaper instead of doing it through Bai. Viper is so useless, dude. I'm trying so hard to make him where he can do something, but he is so fucking bad. Like, he is just so fucking bad, dude. He has served me no use at all. I finally get him an attacking move, and his minimize strat does not work anymore. But somehow, when he had no attacking move, his minimize strat was always pretty much working non-stop. But when he finally gets the ability to do damage, he just can no longer do minimize strats anymore. But yeah, I do want to try to get a Saturn or Dreamcast. I really want one so bad. Just so I can start playing like Saturn stuff and like use that exploit or whatever, the thing to get free Saturn games. I would love to do that already. Something I need to already do though is get the free McBoot thing for my PS2 already, so I can start playing Japanese games on my PS2. Because I've been wanting to just buy another Japanese PS2. Because technically my PS2 would work if I just get the single ribbon cable that I need. But I could just mod my PS2 I already have to play Japanese games on it instead of, you know, buying a whole nother system. But Japanese PS2s are super cheap. They're like super cheap. It's just getting them over here is a little annoying. Like, I'd probably pay more for the shipping than I would for the actual console. But, I mean, I have a PS2 now, so I can easily mod it. My other option was just going to be using my PS3 until that fucking explodes and dies. Because luckily, it does work with Japanese PS2s if it's modded. I mean, with Japanese PS2 games, if the PS3 is modded, it works. God, the experience grind is so boring, dude. It makes it kind of worse that I win, because then I have to sit through all this just to get back over there instead of just spawning right back at the entrance. It's like I get rewarded for getting good XP from beating Lance, but then I have to like walk all the way back over there. I wish it was easier to get to Red and I didn't have to like go through a whole flash tunnel. Because Red could give me some decent experience. I'm just trying to get him some while I go over there. I don't mind fighting the wild battles for this. Because they do give me actually decent, well, not Ponyta, but the other ones do. I was going to say the other ones actually give me decent experience for fighting them. I was wondering why they didn't kill, because I used Swift instead of Flamethrower. I'm actually really excited for Gen 10. I really hope it actually does well, and it's not like shit or whatever. Fuck it, we're gonna catch it out of the way. Give me another Sneasel just to have one, why not? I'll throw 2 more at it, and if it doesn't work, we're killing him. Alright, you got one last chance, Sneasel, or I kill you. Either come with me, or I'm going to genuinely just murder you. Alright, we're murdering him. He had his chance. He gives like no experience, dude. I do think Mount Silver and Heart Gold is so much cooler because it has like that whole ice area. I think that's so much cooler, and it kind of makes more sense why Sneasel would be out here. Versus this like waterfall cave area that ends up being for Gen 2. Like Sneasel is an ice type, so it kind of doesn't make any sense why he would not be where ice is at, you know? Also, it's kind of insane how bad Sneasel got screwed for so long due to his typing. He's literally a dark type user, I think, that only can do special attacks, but all dark moves are physical, so he gets like no benefit pretty much. All right. Luckily, I don't think getting Pupitar again is going to be that difficult. But yeah, Tyranitar is such a fucking grind. I think what I'm going to end up doing now when it comes to later games is that the rare candies I'm only going to use for these like rare spawns that take forever. Like Salamence is definitely going to have to get some rare candies. So whatever rare candies spawn in Gen 3, I'm going to end up just using on Salamence or someone that evolves really late. Because I know if I didn't use, I think, like 3 of my rare candies, we definitely would have like 10 or whatever right now. And that could have easily made it where we could have evolved him already. Because he would have evolved at... No, wait, no, it wouldn't. We would still have to get to 41 then. God damn it, dude. Of course I missed. And now it's not gonna one-shot. Or it will, never mind. I must be that high of a level then if I'm able to one-shot an Amnesia Slowbro. Yeah, sadly, I think at this point, we're probably going to just start getting maybe like 3 levels per run. At least for the most part, once we start hitting the 40s, or at least the high 30s, we'll start getting pretty much like 2 or 3 levels per run, maybe 4. We just need him at 44, and then we can evolve. If for whatever reason we get him to like level 40, like 43 or whatever by the end of this, or by the end of one of the runs, we'll go get the other Larvitar. And that way we can just evolve him once, or level him up once, and then use the Rarcanis, and then we'll go ahead and then just evolve the other Larvitar to Pupitar, and then pretty much be good with it. And then we'll hatch the Larvitar that we have in the egg. And then it'll be time for the shiny hunt, which will be tomorrow. I really wish Ariados wasn't shit, man. I like Ariados so much, and he's just not a good Pokemon at all. You know, there's like nothing going for him. He doesn't do good damage. He doesn't take good damage. He's just so bad. And the fact that he's in the Elite Four is insane to me. I mean, it makes sense. He's an early route Pokemon. That's why he's not great, but it's like, damn, dude. I love just pressing A and nothing else for 5 hours. I always forget Venomoth has like little teeth. I mean, Butterfree also has them too. Level up, bitch. Come on. Bam 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 bam. Yeah, fuck out of here, Hitmontop. Yeah, man, our XP grinding right now is gonna be super fucking slow. There's just nothing I can do about it. And it's just gonna be bad. I'm surprised he lived that. I don't even know what the move Foresight does. I think it makes it where the next move hits, but I really don't know. I never knew what Foresight did. I've always seen it, but I genuinely just don't know what it does. I'm going for the Zap Cannon. Of course we missed. We didn't miss the second time, though. I think he's going to go for a full heal. That's a crit. Yeah, that's a crit. Yeah, I'm at the revive CQ. Yeah, Machamp is actually insanely scary now due to cross chop. Alright, let me revive you. I guess I've not gotten a single hit yet on Grimace. I thought he's gotten hit unless he healed from the EXP level up thing. But I guess he's not gotten hit as far as I've seen. I love how beefy Umbreon is, dude. He is such a beefy... Alright, he just almost died in one hit. I was gonna say, like, he's so beefy, but then, like, bro almost literally died in one hit. So, it's gonna be this shit again. Alright, I'm confused now. How many times am I gonna hit myself? That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, I have to hit myself the first time every time, pretty much. It's literally a ritual that I'm gonna hit myself the first time. It was just a genuine ritual, pretty much. I feel like it's gonna take forever to get Tyranitar, dude. Meanwhile, in like later games, you can just find them in the wild doing whatever. Bro, literally just chilling in the wild pretty much in newer games, but here you have to like do all this bullshit for him. I still love Houndoom sprite in Silver, how badass it looks, and his gold sprite looks like he's like blushing and embarrassed. Like he burped and a little fire came out, so he's so embarrassed about it. That's what it looks like to me. But his Silver sprite, he looks intimidating. God, it's gonna take forever, dude. I'm gonna be honest, doing the Elite Four grind makes me tired, dude. I actually get fucking sleepy doing this shit, because it's just so boring. Like, there's literally nothing I can do to make this interesting. I do the same exact strats every time. Like, there's no way to make this interesting. It's a very tiring experience. Oh, I got the paralyze off. Oh, no, he got the paralyze on me off. Shit. I was wondering why I didn't hear the sound effect. Please hit your fucking thunder, bro. Do I want to I don't know. I was like, do I want to switch him out? Because now I'm just like mashing buttons because I'm dealing with the paralysis. We're going to go for the Zap Cannon. Of course. Alright, Max Potion or Hyper Potion. God, Paralysis and Confusion are the most annoying fucking statuses in this. I don't even think Sleep's that bad anymore. Paralysis and Confusion genuinely suck. Like, I thought Sleep was bad in Gen 1 because it is. But, like, Sleep really in this is, like, whatever. But Paralysis and Confusion, bro, oh my god. It is just terrible to be either of those. Yeah, I could not imagine trying to do this grind to level 51. That would be fucking terrible. I'm actually surprised Aerodactyl outspeeds me, to be real with you. But at the same time, Lantern is kind of slow. Well, we got him from level 36 to 39, I think, or 35. Now I gotta sit through his whole credits again. Alright, let's do it all over again. Same bullshit, same thing. Same day, same bullshit. I'm gonna take a quick break though, because I will say this is mind-numbing as fuck for me to do, and it does make me really tired. So I'm gonna take a quick break to go just walk for a second. That way I can get up and stand. It's a very boring thing to do. Alright, let me look at him real quick, though. I mean, we just need 4 more levels. Maybe it can be done. Yeah, shoot, we need 5 more levels. I don't think we'll be able to do that in one go. I think we're gonna need 2 more run-throughs. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Watch Air Gear. The only thing I know about Air Gear is that the guy who did Jet Set Radio's music also worked on some tracks for Air Gear. But I'm back. I took a break. I'll be honest, the Elite Four grind makes me fucking tired. So I just got up and I walked around for a bit. So I'm awake again. Like, I was actually kind of falling asleep because it makes me that fucking tired. It's just boring. Like, I wish there was a better option for us to do this where we could grind and it not be fucking boring. But it's just like, I can only press A so much. Oh, well, I know the one song I heard was really, really good. I also know that guy also made a song for Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz, and that's actually one of the better songs in the game. Right now, though, so I actually have been trying to watch anime, and right now I've been watching Yuru Camp. Because it's a pretty simple anime to watch, and it's good for immersion learning if you watch slice of life animes. Oh, he only made 2 songs. That sucks. Where are the big booty hoes? All I'm seeing is Elite Four matches. Where are the big booty hoes, CQ? You promised us big booty hoes, CQ. Where are they? I only see more Typhlosion. You know what game I really want to play, but I don't know how good it is. I'm pretty sure it's not good, but I want to play the Aruka 7 game. If it's good, though, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I want to play it. Please, CQ, please! Please put on a better game! Stop doing the Elite Four grind, please! Please, I can't see you do it another time, please! Just put on Deltarune Chapter 5. You don't even have to play Chapter 1 through 4. Just put on Chapter 5, please. I want to see the skeleton do funny dance with the goat mom. Please, CQ. Just put on the Deltarune. I don't know anything about Deltarune besides the car meme. And the fact that, like, Sans dances with, like, Torel or something, and, like, apparently it's... Is it supposed to symbolize sex, or are they just dancing? I just saw it as they're just dancing, and that was it, but apparently it's supposed to symbolize that they fucked or something? I don't know. Please, CQ, this is not Deltarune! Please put Deltarune on! You don't even have to play Chapter 1 through 4. Just start playing 5. You'll understand it. What? His dances? Yeah, so? You can't dance with somebody? I don't know. I don't see dancing as sexual, so maybe that's the thing. Can't just start dancing with someone? Is that illegal? Is it illegal to dance with somebody? Now, if his mom was like twerking and slurking on him, I get it, but like, it didn't look like they were doing that. CQ, please, there's still enough time to put on Deltarune Chapter 5. It's not even finished yet. You can theory craft with us all about if the Scrimbo Bimbo Man is going to be in the next game or not. We have to talk about the star guy's gonna be doing the star thing again. CQ, you don't understand. The theories are the part of the fun. If you play when it's all done, how will you ever theory craft? Oh. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't see dancing as like a sexual thing. So to me, it's just like he's just dancing. I guess kind of weird he flexed about it, but like, I don't know. Is Sans kind of like an asshole in Deltarune? Cause Undertale makes him seem like a really cool guy, but it seems like Deltarune makes him seem like he's a fucking dick. Like, all I hear about Sans and Deltarune is he's an asshole. And it's usually due to the mom thing. I will say, though, the music for Deltarune is amazing. I still think the revolving one, for the first chapter, I still think that's probably one of my favorite songs from that whole game. I can do anything! Big Shot's also really good, though, too, to be fair with you. CQ, please, just stop playing Pokemon. You've been playing for 70 hours. Then we could put on Deltarune Chapter 6, please. How many chapters is Deltarune supposed to have again? It's like 7, right? Like, we're almost done with it. Knowing mine looks like fucking 12 or something. No, CQ, there's about to be several 12 chapters. Look up Third Sanctuary and play that. Alright, yeah, give me something else to fucking do while I mash A. Oh, I don't want piano. Just give me the regular one. Alright, let me mute this. Give me something else to do. The Elite Four thing gets so fucking boring after a while, man. I still like Gold. Oh, this song, yeah, I know this song. This song's really good. I've only heard the opening, though, like the start of it in memes, but it's a really good song. I still think the Revolving Around the World one is like my favorite, though, still. This is a good song. I do remember liking Undertale though when I first played it, but I never did anything except the neutral route. Well, it probably is very impactful then. You know what game I really want to actually play? So I actually did plan to review it at one point. It was Eastward. I really want to replay through that because I never beat it, but I really want to talk about Eastward. Eastward is such a cool fucking game. It's literally Last of Us, but 2D and not any zombies. That's cool. Is this a battle song or is it like a stage song? Overworld. I can promise you, dude, I would literally love Deltarune. I just don't want to play it until it's fully done. I get it. I get that I'm missing on theory crafting and stuff, but I don't want to interact with the community. So to me, that's like not a big deal. But I know I would really like Deltarune. It looks very fun every time I've seen it. And I like the little white goat guy. They have a very cute design. And I like the Mercedes-Benz meme because of it. Hello, Dorito. You know what game I really wish did not fail was Pokken Tournament, but at the same time, I fully get why Pokken Tournament died. They literally released DLC for Pokken Tournament so many years after the game was already dead. And what sucks is that the arcade cabs had the DLC already, but they're only available in Japan. So pretty much nobody ever got to use the DLC for it until the Switch version came out. And because of that, it pretty much killed the game. Because as soon as it was out on Switch, dude, nobody cared. Nobody was giving a shit about Pokken Tournament anymore. And it's like, dude, if you would have just not waited so long to give us DLC for it, when these characters were actively out for so long before that, it probably would have kept going and probably would have been decent with like people wanting to play it. I don't think it would have been like popping where it's going to be Evo potential still, but I think it would have at least been talked about more. I know there's people now trying to glaze it and being like, oh, like they let this game die, like this game is so good, and it's like, no, dude, the game's good, but the community is not what made it die. Like the fucking owners of the game are why. We're gonna listen to Bomberman music while I do this. It's like, what do you think happens when you have a fighting game and you actively only support the arcade cab that is only available in Japan, and I think had very small, limited releases in America? And I actually remember, like I said, I actually played Pokken Tournament competitively. I actually remember going to my local arcade and actively being in tournaments for it. I don't think the Arena Fighter was the problem. I don't think the Arena Fighter was the issue. I think the mix between the arena fighting and the 2D fighting was actually really well implemented, and it made for certain strategies between each thing. I think the issue, again, is the fact that it just didn't get any fucking support for the actual console release, and only the arcade version did. But the whole switching between 2D and 3D, I think actually was really cool, and it worked pretty well. Because that meant you had to learn different strats for certain things, and that means certain Pokemon did benefit from not being in 2D versus 3D. Like, Chandelure actually benefited a lot more if you didn't go to 2D fighting. Well, of course, you got a crit. Why would he not? Because then you could actually sit back and spam, but then like people like Garchomp actually were able to deal with Chandelure better in 3D. So there's like different things that like really made it where it like stood out in certain ways that a lot of arena fighters can't even do because they don't have that switch. But the main issue again was that the arcade was the only thing getting updates, and the Wii U version was not getting shit. Also, being on the Wii U didn't help either. But the Wii U got nothing, and then finally the Switch is out, and we get Pokken Tournament DX with all the DLC, and then they release more DLC, and like nobody gives a fuck anymore. Like nobody's playing this. I remember I got Pokken Tournament DX, and I tried playing it, and I just did not care. I was like, no, I'm good. I actually do think that the controller that came with Pokken Tournament that you use was really, really good for Pokken Tournament, funny enough. And playing it on anything that isn't that controller actually is so annoying to do. At least for me. But I don't think it being Arena Fighter was the issue. I think that actually added more to why it stood out. I do think a lot of the moves being carbon copies of Tekken moves probably didn't help it be original either, though, to be fair with you. Because pretty much Pikachu Libre is just Hayachi. Like, they fight exactly the same. Which is fine. I didn't mind it, but I think some people would. Because then at that point, it's like, well, if they're going to play exactly like Tekken characters, I might as well just fucking play Tekken, you know? The red Lucario figure? I don't think I know what that is. You know what figures I want? I want the Pokemon Rumble figures. They're so expensive now to get. Like, full sets of those are like $300 to $400, depending on like if they have the shinies too or not. Because there's like chances to get shiny figures and stuff, and it's just like if they have a full set, it can go to like $400, dude. It's expensive. What's going on over there? Bam, 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 bam. Also, my Japanese is going pretty well. I know I talked about this earlier, and I think a few streams ago, but I've been playing the new Natsuyatsumi game, and I'm actually surprised by how much I can understand, and also not surprised by how much I can't understand. But it's definitely a game where I can play, and I'm like, oh shit, like I can actually like remember stuff. Like I can read a little bit of this. And it gives me a lot of sentences where it'll be like sentences that I do know, and there'll be like maybe 2 words I don't. And those type of sentences are really good for learning because it gives you things you're familiar with while having some things that you're not, and it makes it a little easier to remember the thing that you're not familiar with because it's surrounded by things that you would know. And because how your brain works and it recognizes patterns and stuff, it makes it a little easier to start memorizing things like that. And it's also a really fun game, just like by itself. It's a really, really fun game. I know what you're talking about. I do want to. Like, I do want to play the spin-off titles that like don't just give me Pokemon. Like, I would love to play the GameCube ones. But my problem is that right now, because I'm doing the mainline games, I think I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna get fucking tired of Pokemon if I play every single spin-off game too alongside the main games. Like that's why I've been trying to keep it like if I don't need to play that spin-off, we're not gonna touch it unless I really, really just want to. Like unless I'm like, I need to play this, we're kind of staying away from the spin-offs if we don't need to. But I may just play the WiiWare one on my own time just to try it out. The Mystery Dungeon games have always been something I really like, but I have never beaten a single one. They're always just too long for me to want to sit down and keep playing. Which is funny, because I beat Void Terrarium 1 and 2, and those games are also pretty long. But I think Void Terrarium 1 and 2 just felt a little more engaging to me. Well, Void Terrarium 2 did not. Void Terrarium 2 was fucking trash. But Void 1 felt a lot more engaging to me. Bro, this guy is still not close to evolving. I think we're gonna have to do a whole nother fucking run through just to even get him closer. I do like Hey Pikachu. I don't care. I think Hey Pikachu's great. I think Hey Pikachu genuinely is not a terrible game. It's just like when everyone plays it, wrong, like what do you expect, dude? It's gonna not be good if you play it wrong. Like I said, my main issue I see all the time with the Hey Pikachu is that so many people will literally sit there and read novels to Pikachu on what he's supposed to be doing, and then they expect him to understand it. Like, if they want him to pick, like, a water bottle up, they'll be like, Pikachu, you need to go over there and pick this water bottle up and bring it back to me. And it's like, bro, he's not gonna fucking understand that. This is tech from, like, the 1990s. He's not gonna get that. And, like, the game actively tells you how to play. The game straight up goes, the way you get Pikachu's attention is to say, hey, Pikachu, get him into this state, and then tell him what you want. And so many people just will not fucking do that. And then they go, the game doesn't work. Were there times he didn't listen to me? Yeah, especially during the mini game where you play pinata shit or whatever. He did not listen, and then like the digging one, he didn't listen. But at the same time, he pretty much worked for the most part for me. I never had too many issues. Even when he didn't listen, like I said, he's programmed to not listen sometimes. I remember that I was telling someone in the comments about that. It was on Facebook or whatever, and I remember they were trying to argue with me about it, and they're like, I'm pretty sure they only said that because the game doesn't work. And it's like, no, dude, it's literally in the codes for like him to not listen to you. Like, it's programmed that he doesn't all the time. Because the game actually, in my opinion, works more often than not. If you play it right, then it doesn't work. But you can tell, like, certain times, like, he will just not listen to you, and it's mostly due to his choice. But yeah, like, I think Hey Pikachu is great. I think it has a lot of stuff going for it. And there's a lot of stuff in Hey Pikachu that I think people want in mainline games. I think you've told me to look that up before. Okay, hold on. I'm assuming this is what you want. Pupitar's never gonna evolve, bro. It's insane that I hit Zap Cannon more often than I don't hit it. It's like, it's genuinely insane to me. I feel like I miss Thunder more than I miss Zap Cannon. Alright, I have to hope I don't get paralyzed. I mean, not paralyzed. I have to hope, yeah, well, I have to hope it doesn't, like, activate. I should survive. Oh, of course I flinched. I forgot. You gotta remember, this is Lance. If something can go wrong and like I get shit luck, it's gonna go wrong every time. Is her playing the Loom in Sonic and Secret Rings? Sonic and the Secret Rings was the game that made me realize games can suck. I remember that I got it for Christmas or whatever, and I was like, wow. I was like, this game fucking sucks. And then that's when I was like, oh. I was like, damn, games can actually be bad, dude. And it was so disheartening because I really wanted to like Sonic Secret Rings, but my main issue was that I don't like that it moves for you. If it didn't move on its own, I probably would like it a lot more. Yeah, the game sucks ass, dude, but the music is great. We gotta do this a whole nother time, dude. Are you kidding me? Well, maybe we can just evolve him in Mountain Silver. Because I really don't want to go all the way over back here for 2 levels. The good thing about it saving the champion thing, it kind of gives me an idea how many times I fought them, not counting the times that I lost, but it gives me an idea how many times I won against them. Who's gonna rock the place? That song to me has both good memories and also like bad memories, and it's mostly due to that one Sonic YouTuber having a mental crisis episode, and he was like uploading like some really like fucked up shit for a while. Yeah, that's I'm glad he's doing better, apparently. I think he's doing a lot better now, but yeah, that was a rough time. I remember when I learned about that, I didn't even know that all happened. Like, I knew that he like had some issue with some other YouTuber or something, and there was like some rumor about him being abusive or something. And then I finally just decided, I remember on stream, to check his channel out, and I just started seeing his rants, and I was like, this is not good. I was like, this is really bad. I didn't even want to watch it all. Like, I went through, I think, like 2 of the rant videos, and I was just like, no. I said, I can't watch all of this. It genuinely hurt me watching that guy have such a horrible mental breakdown. It was so sad. Yeah, that probably sucked in more for you as well. I didn't watch him that much growing up. I really didn't. I kind of like, I would only watch him if like there was like a mod video he did that I really liked, and I just wanted to see the mod. But like, I still respected him because he was very well known for like the Sonic community. He was very well into that, so I respected him heavily for it. But I was just like, damn, dude, that's rough. Like, knowing now that all that was due to like a mental crisis episode, and it wasn't really like his real opinions and things, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, he was like pretty much dealing with schizophrenia. Like, knowing all that now, I do hope that people do kind of like forgive him and stuff, and they're like, you know, like keep trying to better yourself. But yeah, no, that was a rough watch, man, for sure. That was a rough fucking watch. All right, we may just level him up here. He does need to apologize, yes, but you also have to remember, though, he was having a schizophrenia episode. Schizophrenia is very much, it's hard to comprehend how bad schizophrenia is unless you have it. And in each type of schizophrenia can be different. You could have schizophrenia that where actually apparently the voices that you hear and stuff are actually beneficial and they're very nice to you. And then you have schizophrenia where it's just random gibberish. And then you have schizophrenia where it's very harmful. And then you can have schizophrenia where you don't just hear voices, but you actually actively hallucinate. Like to the point where you're seeing things that are attacking you. So. He's trying to get an Xbox Series S. Did he come out and say he's trying to get one or what? Dude, I mean, off topic, there's really no point to get a console anymore. I really don't think there is. Even Sony-wise, like, just buy a fucking PC, dude. The console shit is so screwed now. It is so screwed. Just get a fucking PC. You should not be paying almost $1,000 for a PS5 at this point, dude. At that point, it's like, just buy a fucking PC. You would get these same benefits and even more if you bought a PC instead. Well, Switch 2 is different, like, because like you would get a Switch 2 specifically because you want to play Nintendo games and you don't want to use an emulator, and there's not really a Switch 2 emulator to begin with. That's a little different. Sony, you can get one for these Sony exclusives, but even then, like, they put out a new game every like 4 fucking years maybe, and it's all the same third-person walking sims. That's all it is. Xbox though is all on PC, so there's no point to care about that. Yeah, so I mean, that's why, like, even for me, I would say Switch 2 is a little bit more, but like, if you're a console gamer, I could see Switch 2 being more beneficial, and I'm not even a huge Nintendo fan, but I could see it being more beneficial than buying a PS5. I'm glad I got my PS5. I really am. But I would never I would probably have never bought one now. Astrobot I have, but I'm gonna be very real with you. It looks like every other fucking platformer that's ever existed. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, I don't think it looks terrible. I think I would actually have fun with it. But to me, it looks like pretty much every single platformer that's ever existed, and it does pretty much everything that every other platformer already has done. And it doesn't seem like it does anything new. And the only thing that really seems to be like selling people on it, in my opinion, is the references it makes. I think if you got rid of a lot of those references to other Sony products and like Final Fantasy and stuff, I think it wouldn't be as memorable. But to me, it doesn't look terrible, but it just looks like a stereotypical platformer that I played many times. Wow, dude, I love that when I'm normally here, I get a lot of Ursaring spawns, but now I'm getting like the worst spawns that give me no fucking experience. Don't you love that shit? Like, normally when I'm here, I get really good spawns when I'm trying to leave. But now that I'm here actively trying to grind here, I'm getting the worst ones possible. But yeah, Astrobot, from what I've seen, is a good game, and I do want to play it. I'm pretty sure that I would genuinely... Yeah, dude, what are these fucking spawns? I'm literally... It's like I'm in the first route of a Kanto game right now. That's literally why I bought a Switch 2, because the game key cards to me fucking suck, and it makes me not want to buy Switch 2 games. I've only bought one game key card, and it was Pokepia. So I did answer this before, and while I can't confirm if this is true or not, I actually cannot confirm it. What I can say though is I think it is true, because a lot of the things kind of add up. So the reason why in Gold and Silver, Pokemon have different weird shades, like Feraligatr has like a weird teal color to it and Spinarak is purple, is due to the fact that this is a Game Boy game as well. So if you were to play this on a Game Boy, it would be grayscale. And the reason why those colors are picked is because it shows better on grayscale. And when Crystal came out, Crystal was only a Game Boy Color game. You cannot play that on original Game Boy. All the sprites pretty much got recolors. Like Chikorita is like a yellowish color in Gold and Silver, but in Crystal, it's green. Which I kind of wish they would have not done that. I kind of wish they would have kept Chikorita to be like yellow. Yeah, Saturn 3D Blast is good music. But yeah, no, so that's apparently why some Pokemon just have weird colorings in Gold and Silver. Because their artwork for the Pokemon, by the way, as far as I was aware, don't even match up to some of the colors. Like, Feraligatr is not the teal color or whatever, the green color that he is in Gold and Silver in his artwork. He's still like blue. I think it looks better, dude. I think him being full green blends too much together. Well, like, and it makes more sense for his evolution because Bayleaf has the same colors. Bayleaf is like a yellowish color, and then it goes into Meganium, which is green. Like, I kind of think that what they should have had Chikorita be the same color as Bayleaf, and then have Bayleaf turn into Meganium, who goes green. Because I don't think Meganium had to be the same color, but the reason why is because Bayleaf and Chikorita, with having that yellowish color, it doesn't make them like blend too much into their other green parts. They pop out more. Saturn, so my problem with Saturn is that I hear some songs in like the Saturn library that sound so fucking good and high quality, and then I hear other songs in the Saturn library that sound like a Genesis, and I'm just like, this just sounds kind of like shit. So I don't know, maybe I really think it just depends what games, because there are some games on the Saturn I've heard that the music genuinely is just not good.
Identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Alright, we need him to evolve. We're almost there, guys. He needs 4,000 experience. He's almost there. Jump around now. I still love that Naganuma has like a huge obsession with Lugia. I mean, I agree with that, and I do think, like I said, some Saturn songs sound genuinely good. I think Knights has some great fucking music. But I've heard some really bad Saturn songs where I'm just like, this just sounds like it's a Genesis song on a Saturn. But because it doesn't have the Genesis vibe to it, it sounds worse. But yeah, Naganuma has like a huge obsession with Lugia, and he really likes fat Lugia. It's kind of weird. Like, bro really likes fat Lugia. I'm excited for it as well. I don't think it looks that bad. I think the new Crazy Taxi, though, looks fucking terrible. But the new Jet Set Radio so far has looked really cool, but the new Crazy Taxi is bad. Genesis does. That's the problem. Genesis has bad tracks a lot of the time. But when it does have good tracks, the Genesis feel hits strong. Yeah, Crazy Taxi looks terrible. I was watching how you accelerate and stuff in the game compared to the original, and it's just like, dude, this is just trash. New Crazy Taxi Battle Royale. You have to get more money than your opponents, and it's a 64-player Battle Royale. And pretty much what that means is that you'll get maybe 10 players per match, and then the rest will all be bots. You know what game I'm looking forward to, but I also think it's going to be fucking trash? The new Silent Hill game. I am looking forward to it because it's Silent Hill. I'm going to play it. I'm going to end up buying it. But goddamn, dude, do I think that just looks like it's going to be shit. Been about the bay. Also, Limited Run is putting out a Silent Hill physical for a short message, and it's just like, I wish it wasn't Limited Run doing it. I'm not saying Saturn music isn't peak. What I said was the Saturn music is really, really fucking good. But holy shit, are some Saturn songs just Genesis sounding. But because it's not on the Genesis, it doesn't have that Genesis groove to it, so it just sounds worse. Don't buy it. Well, I have to buy it now. You just told me not to. Alright, Limited Run. I will be buying 7 copies now. I gotta make sure we support Limited Run. We gotta keep them in business, you know. It's sadly the case. I mean, I'll be honest, I have bought limited run before because there are some games I really want physicals of, and it really does suck that the only option half the time sometimes is limited run when there's so many better companies. Like, I still love the people who bought the Sonic Generations Shadow one collector's edition didn't get their shit till like 2 or 3 years later. But yeah, the new Silent Hill game, it looks pretty whatever. But I am so tempted, I hate to say it, but I am so tempted to buy the Silent Hill short message, even though it is a free fucking game. But because it's a physical Silent Hill game, I'm very tempted to it. It really sucks as limited run game. Oh, dude, as soon as I learned it was coming from limited run, I was like, either people will get the collector's edition pretty quickly, but it's going to be in terrible condition, or it's going to be fucking broken half the time, or it's going to take 3 to 4 years before they see that shit. And it pretty much was kind of a mix of both. I heard some people got their collector's edition and it was like terrible quality. Like, I knew as soon as it was limited run, dude, that shit was not going to show up anytime soon. Limited run is good about shipping games that are just the game itself, but when it comes to statues or anything, you might as well just expect that shit to come like 3 years later. Like, you pretty much can order a limited run collector's edition, and you'll be like, let's say you order it and you're like in 8th grade, you'll be like a senior in college before they even send the email out about it getting shipped. Not even that it did ship, that they're preparing to ship. That's how fucking shit they are. But I have to buy it because if I buy it, then I can resell it for double the price. I will say though, I'm glad that they went the route of you can just order it and like there's not like a limited quantity that you can order. I am glad they went that route, but that's why it takes so long now for them to ship shit out. Because before they would make like 1,000 or 2,000 copies of a game and just have it already ready, but that meant it sold out because of bots. But now they have it where you can just go and order it and then they make the copies. But because of that, now it takes literally fucking years to send out. Like the short message, by the way, on their site says it'll ship out next year in June. So it's like fucking Christ, limited run. Dude, the Trump phone's coming in, don't you worry. It's like the Soldier Boy console I ordered a while ago. I'm still waiting on it. I love when people go to Soldier Boy's stream and ask him about the console and he just laughs. He thinks it's the funniest fucking shit ever that he scammed a bunch of people. Like, he has no remorse. He does not give a shit. Alright, we're almost there, and then we can evolve him, and then we can go back and get the other Larvitar, and then we can evolve him, and then we'll be done. And then I can pretty much get ready for shiny hunting tomorrow. We'll also probably do the Celebi glitch tomorrow while we're at it. I kind of hate how Shantae kind of went from this like obscure platformer to like WayForward's Gooner bait pretty much. Like Shantae is such a Gooner bait now, it's insane. The games are still good, but like it's just like genuinely kind of off-putting how much they sexualize Shantae. Oh no, I love him for that. I love him that he did all that bullshit. I don't hate him for it. That's what I'm saying. I think it's hilarious that people will go to a stream and ask him about the console and actually be upset about it or whatever, or just to see what he would say, and he usually just laughs about it, and I think that's fucking great. Yeah, I don't know. You need this Gunnar. Well, look up Shantae. You can easily find it from any of the art. But yeah, no, I remember when Soldier Boy tweeted, he was like, fuck Nintendo, they ain't gonna do shit. And they didn't do anything. Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, man, they really didn't do anything. All right, guys, we did it. We still have to do the Elite Four grind, but we did it. We finally did it. We have Tyranitar now. We still have to get Pupitar, but Pupitar will actually be a lot easier because he's already close to level 30. Like, Pupitar probably will take one Elite Four run and then we're done. Alright, time to use our rare candies. I counted this right. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was like, please tell me I counted this right. Because getting a level from like 51 to like 50 to 51 would be really annoying to do for Elite Four. It would probably take at least 2 grinds of doing Elite Four. Wait, does he not evolve? Oh no. When does he evolve? $55? Oh my fucking god. Oh my, I thought we were done. You know how fucking hard it's gonna be to get him up to level 55 now? Well, I'm glad you appreciate it, because it's about to go on for another fucking hour. Alright, we may not have Tyranitar done, by the way, this stream. It is going to take probably multiple runs to get 2 levels now. We'll probably get 2 levels each for each run we do. I thought it was 51. Oh my god, dude, are you kidding me? We didn't do it. We did not. We are still in this. Maybe Pupitar can actually fight. You know, maybe he can do the fighting himself, which means we'll get more experience. Let's try it. Let's see what he can do. Well, what sucks is that the reason why I was saving those rare candies is because the higher level you are, the harder it is to level up. So pretty much now it just turned our grind to even longer, even though it's only like 4 levels. It's just even longer now because of it. Here, let me save in case I have to reset. In case of, like, if Pupitar instantly fucking dies or something. I mean, he's level 51, dude. He has to be able to at least pull something. He has the curve where he levels up like way slower near the end, I think. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't hit myself. Genuinely. Yeah, he's gonna fucking die. I'm gonna hit. At least we'll get some level up here. All right, it's just better that we just do the normal strat, which is just not using him. This is gonna be a bitch to get up to where we need to get to. I thought we were so close, dude. I thought we were so fucking close. I was like, we're gonna have Tyranitar, then we can level up the other Larvitar to Pupitar. It'll be super easy. Nope. $39.5K. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I normally get around 700 to 800 per Pokemon. So, while not the worst, it's not great either. Like, I'm only getting $597 for that. The problem is Pupitar can't do a lot of damage, and he also can't take damage. Pupitar genuinely is not a good Pokemon for that reason. I would have to go fight somewhere else. Like, maybe there could be a few I could probably beat. Like, I think I could beat an Onix with him. But, like, for the most part, I would have to go somewhere else to fight if I want to just solo kill. Because even though I'm a high level, I might as well just not be that level. Pupitar. Well, no, Pupitar could beat an Onix. Well, oh, you're saying what couldn't be one? Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, I would have to go fight somewhere else, pretty much. I could maybe kill Ariados. It's like the one thing I'm confident. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm confident I could kill him. Yeah, someone hated Onix so bad to do the stat spread that he had. Onix, pretty much, the way I look at it, he was designed to be a first boss in a RPG that is just bulky. And he does that really well. But he lacks special defense. So pretty much, if you come with a special Pokemon, he's fucked. He can't deal damage, but he sure can take it. And that's pretty much what Onix was designed to do. And he serves that role really well. But outside of that one role, he cannot do anything. He literally cannot do a single other thing because he is designed to be a first boss for a RPG and nothing else. That's why he needed Steelix to become good. Bam, 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 bam. It's probably gonna take us 2 run-throughs of doing this shit from how I'm seeing this. I think I could take a Venomoth. Alright, man. Well, be safe. I'm gonna be doing this bullshit like I've been doing. Alright, don't hate yourself. Come on, man. Yeah, what did I expect, dude? I didn't hit myself that one time, so we gotta make up for it by hitting myself. Of course you got a crit, too. I gotta spam potions, but that's how I'm gonna live through it. Of course he got a crit. He's just been getting crits out the ass today. I gained okay, I was like I gained 6 from that, but it's 1,000 something. I think Dark hits fighting for super effective, I think. That's probably gonna kill, actually. Oh, wow, I didn't. Yeah, Pupitar is kind of bulky. That's like, I guess, the one thing that's going for him. I'm just gonna keep using hyper potions and just heal spamming. Alright, we're almost there. We got 3 more levels. I could go search for the 3 rare candies I think I didn't grab, but I don't know if I did get them or not. That's the problem. That's probably gonna one-shot. I'm surprised it didn't. That's not very effective? Alright, buddy. That literally pretty much almost one-shotted him. Not very effective, my ass. He got a crit. Yeah. Kind of hoping he would actually kill Skarmory. I kind of want Skarmory to die. That way I can send back out Pupitar and get the experience for this. Please don't hit yourself, dude. Thank you. Actually, I don't think this is even faster, even for this gain of experience that I'm getting. Thinking about it now, I think it's just worth just to do the one shot I've been doing. Because while I do gain double what I would be, or like a little bit more, it's so slow compared to just one-shotting everything. I would never understand why he uses a goddamn Onyx and not a Steelix. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we are still not even close now. I think I'm gonna do one more. I think I'll do this last run through, and then I'm just gonna be like, we'll do it tomorrow. I thought we were closer to being done with this, and it's just like, holy shit, man. I am just like, it makes me tired doing this. I get like actually genuinely tired. Because it's so boring. Brown, 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 brown. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, switch. We're gonna switch anyways, but I really like Vileplume's sprite a lot. I think Vileplume has such a cool design. Yeah, one more run through. Like, well, this will be the last one, and then that's it for me. We'll do this tomorrow. I know he can beat a Murkrow. I'm gonna send him out for Murkrow. I know he could at least beat that. Well, if he misses, no. Ain't much experience, but at least it's more than what I would have got. Screw it, let's try. Let's just try to be Houndoom. Well, that actually worked out. It's like, let's just try. Okay, that worked out really well. Got an extra 2,000. Well, at least we confirm he'll be 2 levels away then. For sure for tomorrow. You know what I'm going to probably just end up doing? I'm going to go ahead and just go to silver. Because I know where 2 rare candies are that I haven't gotten that are super easy. I'm just going to go ahead and get those 2 rare candies and then have them ready for tomorrow. Because for sure leveling up Pupitar to level 30, that's going to be really easy. Because we're going to be trying to hatch the egg anyways. So we'll at least get like maybe 2 or 3 levels from that. So, and then like a single run through should be pretty much what we'll need. I hate that they have Thunder Wave. But yeah, I at least know where 2 of them are that are super easy to get to. And they're both, one of them I know is in the starting town, and the other one I'll need surf for. Well, both I need surf for, but not the starting town. But one's near the starting town, the other one's in, I think, Azalea town. So I'm just gonna do that instead of doing the whole grind for 2 levels. Yeah, because the grind now is going to be, like I said, it's going to be super annoying. Bam, 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 bam. Do I want to try to see if he'll do well against a Charizard? Let me try. We'll try to get him an extra bit for Charizard. Well, I guess it don't fucking matter. I'm already doing the rare candy strat, so it really don't matter. I'm literally just gonna go get those 2 rare candies I need anyways. I just didn't want to do it if I didn't need to because I thought I had enough. Of course I'm fully paralyzed. Why would I not be? Of course I would miss too. Why would I not be? Alright, well at least he hit himself. You know, at least the game's be having a little mercy on me, but then he uses full restore anyway, so. Of course I missed. I'm actually surprised that I outsped him there. I didn't think I would. He should be paralyzed. Well, I should be paralyzed, so I should be slower. But I actually did outspeed him. Maybe there's like a glitch or something with Gen 1 or Gen 2 I don't know about. Like your speed or something doesn't reset or some shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, that is it for me. We will do this shit tomorrow. But alright guys, I'm hopping off. We will fully evolve them tomorrow. I'm just gonna go, like I said, get the 2 rare candies that are super, super fast and easy to get in silver, and then we'll be good to go. But alright, I'm gonna head off. I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm just gonna end it here. I'm not gonna sit through the credits. Alright, see ya.